Hi, I'm Rachael Smiley. I'm the 2026 TMA Global Chair and a restructuring attorney with FBFK Law in Dallas, Texas. I'm really pleased to be joined by Jennifer Faubion, a longtime TMA member and a restructuring partner at Cairncross and Hempelmann in Seattle, Washington. Jenny, welcome.
Thank you.
So glad to see you at the Distressed Investing Conference.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
As a longtime TMA member, as you know, we have one of the most professionally diverse associations in our industry. What do you wish these other professionals in our industry knew about your role in engagements?
I think something that's really important for other professionals to understand is that we're just not here when things are really, really bad. We're great to consult early in a process when there are many options still on the table to resolve a situation. There are legal tools at our disposal that other restructuring professionals may not be familiar with that could be, if employed early in a process, really advantageous to the situation. So just as a lot of other restructuring professionals would probably tell you to contact them sooner rather than later, the same thing is true for bankruptcy attorneys or restructuring attorneys like you and me.
Yep, I would totally second that thought. With the matters that you have been working on, whether it's receiverships, litigation, Chapter 11, what kinds of changes and new opportunities are you seeing recently?
A lot's changed since the 2008 downturn, which I think was probably the height of Chapter 11 filings in modern bankruptcy history. I think that the Chapter 11 process has become extraordinarily expensive and unwieldy for most cases, unless they're truly large enough to warrant that type of intervention. What I'm seeing is creditors move to other types of remedial action, including Article 9, UCC Article 9 transactions, state court receiverships, federal receiverships, or other out-of-court options that are less expensive and perhaps get the creditors where they want to be faster.
I couldn't agree more on the pain point of the fees and the cost of Chapter 11 and seeing really a resurgence of other options, including Article 9, including receiverships and some of these out-of-court tools. I think that's really going to be a big part of the future of the industry. Speaking of other industry changes, artificial intelligence, it has come to every industry, including our own.
Yeah.
How is AI impacting your work, if at all?
Yeah.
And another question would be, how do you as a professional show value in a world where people think they can just ask a question to a chatbot and get the answer they need, whether it's a legal answer or some other kind of answer?
Yeah, so two different questions there. I'll start with the first, which is how is it impacting attorneys professionally? I think that largely depends on the size of the firm you work with. I think that the very large firms are doing more with AI to revolutionize their practice. They just have scales of implementation, and they have more resources than smaller firms that allow them to implement AI to make their internal processes probably much more efficient and cost effective. I don't know how they bill for that, of course, but for smaller firms, I'm at a mid-sized firm in Seattle, Washington. We're all figuring this out just right now. I think our biggest issue is how other people are using AI, and how does that impact us? So we see a lot of court filings in the bankruptcy court where it's very clear AI has played a role. Case information is potentially incorrect. You still have to file a response to that. That's going to cost your clients money to deal with, even though it's frankly baloney. It's also, I think, an interesting innovation in how law firms work, how younger attorneys coming in approach the practice. They still need the research and analytical skills, but so many I have seen are trying to utilize AI as a way to get to the answer that the partners or the clients want faster, with differing levels of success. So I think there are a lot of risks involved, but I also think it's really exciting to see how AI, especially in closed systems, could make our work more efficient, less redundant, and less expensive, hopefully, for the end user or the end client, whomever that might be.
I think TMA can be a really strong value provider in terms of human element.
Right.
What do you get out of the professional connections you've made at TMA that really supplement your ability to serve your clients?
TMA has been a huge boon to me professionally and personally. It's about the relationships you make, the people that you meet, the experiences that they've had that they can share with you, and the fact that honestly, everyone here is so open and giving of their time. If you have any question on any topic, you can pick up the phone and call and have somebody willing to share with you their experience, which is just beyond helpful, especially if you're a small to mid-market. As I've been here longer and those relationships have deepened, I get work. People pick up the phone and call me anytime they have an issue or a topic in the Pacific Northwest because they know me over the years that I've been here. They trust me that either I can help them or I'm going to know the right person to connect them with to help solve their problem. I know you've called me, I've called you. So
I'm living proof, it's true.
Yeah, we've had this relationship, and I have it with many more people. It doesn't take a day to create those relationships. So this is an organization that it does provide, but it provides a lot, especially over time. And so I really encourage people who are just getting involved with the organization to dig in, get involved, build those relationships, because it won't be too terribly long until that phone does ring with people who want to work with you.
Jenny, thanks so much for your time, and
Sure.
I look forward to spending more time with you at this conference and in the future.
And thank you so much, Rachel, for everything you've done for this organization. I really appreciate it.
Welcome.